I'm a little late starting today, but I wanted to talk about happy accidents today. So I had a friend that I've actually met through LinkedIn share and asked that we share our stories about happy accidents. So I thought I would do that. And I thought I would share them because it's also my focus this month is on goals. And the more focused we are on our goals, or if you prefer your mission, vision, and values, the more focused you are on that, the more you talk about it, the more those happy accidents happen because others hear what's happening or people show up and tell and bring you what it is that you need to bring you forward to that vision. Same thing when you're as a leader, when you're working with the staff, the more you talk about the vision, the more ideas that they have to come up with the more ideas they come up with to help you get towards that. So I'll share two happy accidents because these are the ones I promised Dennis I would share. So the first one is how I got into coaching. And initially, I had no interest in coaching. I really, when I started in university, I started in psychology. And they told me I had to go back to school and basically either continue on and become a doctor, to become a psychologist, or become a counselor. And neither seemed like something I wanted to do. And then as I went on in my career, I moved forward in HR, I became a manager, and I got to a point where I felt kind of stuck because I didn't know what the next goal was. I said I wanted to be an HR director, but it's really not where I wanted to be because it would take me away from dealing with people one-on-one every day. It would be more that high-level thinking, which I actually like doing, but it would be all that I was doing. I wouldn't get that interaction day to day. And I was continuing on in my career, moving forward. And in a particularly rough position, I went to an HRPA conference. So this was just something that my local HRPA had put on. And I happened to sit at a table with a coach. She was a leadership coach as well as a life coach. And it was just one of those moments in your life that changes everything. I loved what she had to share. And initially she said, don't come and she actually trained coaches. So she said, don't come and take the full training. Just take the training that you can then use coaching in your current job because you already have a great career. But once I took that first training, I knew that this was what I wanted to do. And I moved into doing the coaching. So that was sort of the one happy accident. And it just happened to be that I decided to attend this event. Someone else was sitting that I knew was sitting at the table with her. So I went to join my friend and then got to know this woman, and it changed my career immensely. So another happy accident. Another one is the car that I currently have. And I often call this car a gift because I had another car. It was getting towards the end of its life. I do a lot of traveling, or did at the time. I did a lot of driving, sort of 7-8 hour trips where, you really don't want to be losing your car. You don't want your car to break down in the middle of those. And so it was coming time. I was going to need to sell this car and I was going to need to get a new one. But I had just started my business. So having a whole pile of money to invest in the car or to get into a payment while you're trying to start a business was not ideal. And I was having to meet up with a friend one day and I said, yeah, I'm looking for a new car. I would prefer something slightly different, but she said, oh, yeah, they were looking for a van or something too. And her boyfriend, I guess at the time, I think now her husband, came over and said, oh, there's a car in this town they're trying to sell. It's a really good looking car, whatever. So I called the guy up, found out about the car, and went and test drove it. And I said, look, I can't afford this. This is what I have to invest. And I know the car is worth way more than that, but you said best offer. So here's my best offer. If you can't sell it, call me back when you're ready to give that up at that price. I said, please don't be insulted. I know that the car is worth more than that. And it was worth a good $3,000 more, probably more than that. But I didn't have that kind of money to invest in it. So I told him what I had, said, this is what I can do, and left it at that. 2 months later, he called back and he said, I don't want that car to sit there through the winter, so it's yours. So I got the car that was valued at way more than what I could pay. And I was able to get this car. So again, another happy accident. But that only happens when we're open, we're sharing, and we're out there for it. And, I knew the car was worth what it was worth. If I hadn't taken the opportunity to say, look, this is what I have. I would love to purchase the car from you, but I understand that it's worth more. Initially, I will tell you, he was insulted by my offer, but I said, look, don't be. I'm fully expecting you to say no, and that's okay. But I just wanted you to have an offer in case you can't get it sold. And he didn't. So I was able to purchase it. So these happy accidents happen when we follow our instincts, when we're ready and we know where we need to go next. So having those goals written down, being clear on our vision, and knowing where we're headed really makes a difference in all of this. Hope you're having an amazing day. I started my day out amazingly. I'm now on the chamber board and was able to sit with a bunch of groups of businesses today, and I learned about so many businesses that I had no idea existed in my area. So take those opportunities, because one of them is asking me if I can consult with them on something. So when you're not taking those opportunities to go out and meet everyone, you're going to miss out as well. So keep that focus and put yourself in places where you'll get those opportunities. Have a great day.